Alright guys, I guess we're gonna just relive this fucking trauma I have. Yeah, so there's a video called The Craziest Trade in NBA History. I think, and it came out, one day ago. It's by IxmyHighroller, and I'm guessing I know what he's talking about. Just a little, inkling of a guess. Ooh, NBA Twitter going wild.
There aren't many things that can stop the entire NBA world in its tracks.
Rudy Gobert tweeting about it, saying the multiverse is real. I bet that put a smile on his face because he's like, oh, there's probably a universe out there where Luka didn't break my ankles and I blocked the shot.
At 10 p.m. on a Saturday night, did someone score 100 points? Did LeBron hastily retire in the middle of the season? What, did Michael Jordan come back out of retirement? What could possibly get everyone riled up out of nowhere? Oh my god.
This shit will haunt me fucking forever. My buddy screenshot this and sent it to me, and I didn't get any sleep for the whole night. I stayed up 48 hours stressing about this shit.
We all said in unison as news broke that the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis.
Yep.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured this was just some big elaborate hack job, and I was waiting for follow-up tweets saying, false alarm, the Mavericks...
I'm still waiting for Adam Silver to get off his fucking ass and veto this shit. Like, what the fuck?
Mavericks actually aren't brain dead. I can't believe you guys fell for it. But within minutes, it was clear that this trade was unfortunately very real. And the Mavericks are in fact out of their minds. The same player who Mark Cuban said he would rather leave his wife before giving up. The same player who was responsible for a third of the organization's finals appearances. The same player who by the grace of God miraculously fell into their lap 7 years ago is now gone. And after looking at the reported details of this exchange, how it went down and who was involved,
it's so fucking sketchy, bro. This shit needs to be investigated for real, man. Like this bro, Rob fucking Pelinka has he has a reputation for being a slimy ass agent. And then he becomes a GM, which is just the perfect role for this motherfucker to just slither around and fucking steal everybody's joy at night when they're trying to go to sleep. This motherfucker, bro. They need to investigate this for real by the goddamn FBI. Trump's writing all these executive orders. They need to write one for this shit, bro. This shit needs to get the FBI, CIA, NCIS, fucking Homeland Security, Secret Service, everybody. Might as well even get our fucking enemies to fucking investigate this motherfucker. This shit's wild.
This is, without exaggeration, the most shocking trade in NBA history.
Like, I really feel like this is just a bad dream, and I'll wake up. It has been days, man. It's been fucking days. JX8. Okay, I thought it said...
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. Super Bowl 59 is right around the corner, and DraftKings is here to make the big game even better because they are offering all new customers $200
and the refs finesse the fuck out of Philly again, and I'm a Cowboys fan.
And yes, you heard that correctly. An automatic $200 in bonus bets for all new customers who place any $5 wager. And you can use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings.
I see nothing but fucking, I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. I see nothing but fucking gambling commercials and like prescription commercials. That's all I fucking see these days. What happened to the cool products and shit?
Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code.
This trade also might be because of fucking gambling.
Now that we've had about a day to digest the Luka AD trade, by now the reality of the situation.
A day? This came out a day ago. 2 days. Did this happen 2 days ago? I feel like it's been a week. I feel like I've aged a year. This just stressing me the fuck out, bro. Like any moment where I'm just chilling and I'm happy and then I just have a little bit of free time and I get on Twitter, it's nothing but destruction to my mental psyche. Because I pop on there and there's something new. Oh, fucking the GM is over here joking about not being here for fucking 10 years. So he's only gonna be here for the next 2 years. So why does he even give a fuck? It fucking bugs me, man.
Should be setting in. It has not. A trade so insane that fans are now theorizing if the league did it for the sake of ratings.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. And I know I'm a guy that kind of likes to play into conspiracy theories, but shit. Shit. This is way too fucking convenient. Like the Lakers. This was fucking created in the shadows. You didn't take any other offers from any other teams. The Suns are talking about trading fucking KD. There's Jimmy Butler's on the market. There's so many people on the fucking market. And the best thing about this, you might be like, oh, but AD is probably better than all of them. KD is old and injury prone. So is fucking AD. But to be fair, if you feel this out, that's why you get more picks. What, Gobert got like 4 or some shit? Darren Fox got like 5? You're telling me Darren Fox is worth more than fucking Luka? And bro, I'm from Northern California. That's where I was born, bro. Raised in Texas, though. Don't get it twisted. I fuck with the Kings, man. I have for a long time. I got a Chris, motherfucking shit. God damn, I forgot his name. I got a Chris Webber jersey. Shit.
Imagine
there's no way Darren Fox is
so
better than Luka.
That your fans literally think you're doing it for clout. That is how crazy this trade is. And there's about a dozen reasons why this is legitimately the most shocking deal we have ever seen.
Yep.
First, according to multiple sources, none of the players even knew this trade was happening. Not Luka, not Anthony Davis, not even the Lakers GM LeBron James.
People say there's only 2 people that knew this deal was happening. Bullshit. Adam Silver is the one that fucking started this, bro.
As some sources put it, this deal materialized in the shadows.
Stuck on my head.
Shadows?
The
What
fucking
is this?
shadow
The
realm,
Illuminati?
baby.
What do you mean in the shadows? And turns out this was the cleanest way this deal could have gone down. Because the next component that makes this truly the craziest trade to ever happen, Luka never requested a trade. He's been in Dallas his entire career, and outside of a few rumors, nothing suggested he wouldn't be a lifer in that organization. There wasn't any buildup, there wasn't any reports of a disgruntled Luka.
There was a buildup. And people, I don't know if he's going to talk about this, but 100% there's a buildup. Mark Cuban is the reason that the Mavs built a team around Luka. He's the reason they drafted Luka, and it paid off 100%. And Mark Cuban is not in charge of basketball operations anymore. What, isn't it his first fucking season since he's done that? Like, come on now. And the fucking ownership of the Mavs are talking about building a stadium in Las Vegas and shit like that. Like, I'm sorry, but if ownership and the GM and they're feeling out, like, potential ways to move the fucking team, fuck you, bro. I'm fucking dumbfounded by how fucking stupid this organization is. Oh, I just can't stand it, man. This is why I'm fucking tilted about lotteries and gambling and all this shit.
Reason number 3. The Mavs just traded away a top 3 asset in the NBA without even shopping him. No.
Not top 3 asset. Top 3 players in the league right now are probably Jokic, Luka, Tatum's not up there. Steph ain't up there. LeBron definitely ain't up there. Who am I fucking forgetting, bro? Man, the 3rd spot's kind of hard. I'll probably say homeboy from Oklahoma City. Or should comment down below who you think the top 3 assets. Not players right now. Assets. Age is a key. Also, style of play is key as well. Jokic is probably going to have bad knees. Look at all them bigs when they get older. Like, obviously, his game is a little, wonky and shit like that. But he's a big dude. He's a big dude. He needs to be able to move. Jokic. Oh, the Greek Freak. What am I talking about? 100%. Giannis is up there. And I would probably take Giannis. Probably the best asset, but...
bidding wars, no asking around and assessing other offers. They just made the call to the Lakers and accepted the deal. Can you imagine the haul Dallas would have got if they actually shopped Luka around the league for a couple of months? Oh, you want to give us Luka? Here is our entire franchise, the players, the coaches, the building.
Nah, fuck that. We don't want the Clippers. We don't want the Clipper players. We good, bro. We good over here.
Firstborn child. Take it all. Thanks for doing business.
I don't know if you can show this, but Luka tweeted on I didn't tweet. He commented on what's his face's caught on one of his teammates' Instagram photos that just had a kid, and Luka was like, "Careful, they're gonna trade away him."
I'll figure out the details later. If Rudy Gobert is worth 2 starters, 5 first-rounders, and a pick swap. If Mikal Bridges is worth 5 first-rounders, a second-rounder, and a swap. If an aging Paul George is worth a rising SGA, 5 first.
To be fair, SGA was not even close to what he is now. But yeah, they still fumbled the bag. And let's not get it twisted. The Mavs fumbled the bag tremendously. They drafted Brunson in the same draft. They don't have either of them. They had Porzingis, and they traded him away as well, which obviously wasn't working out. But look at Porzingis now. Look at him. He's a fucking NBA champion. He just beat us in the fucking finals. And then, you know, they traded away our fucking GOAT.
Round picks and 2 pick swaps. Can you imagine what a prime Luka Doncic would have fetched to the right team? Oh wait, I know. A 31-year-old Anthony Davis and a thank you note. It makes no sense. And that brings up reason number 4. The Mavericks were just in the finals last year. We've seen players sign with other teams after a finals run. We've seen players demand trades after a great season. But we have never seen a team willingly cough up a megastar after being just 3 games away from winning a championship. It's unthinkable. Because reason number 5, it's Luka freaking Doncic. You do not trade Luka Doncic. If you were to rank players in the NBA on their trade value, starting with the players who are the most untouchable, non-negotiable, hang up the phone, and down from there, Luka...
Number 1. 100% number 1. It's not even just about like comparing like the best assets in the league. Luka, his style of play, it sells so much. It's so entertaining to watch him play. Like, Giannis is cool. He's a fucking freak. He's dunking on people. But how many game winners has this guy had, man? Game winners that matter. Like, he's hit some of the craziest fucking shots in the league. Probably more than Steph. And Steph used to have that belt of, like, the clutch gene.
Is probably 3rd or 4th on that list. The only 2 players definitively ahead of him are Wemby and Jokic. Now just try to wrap...
Wemby is probably going to be injury prone. Jokic, they're both bigs, bro. Low key, and this might be the thing, this might be the deal breaker. If Luka ages like Shaq, like, right? If he ages like Shaq and falls apart and just gets really, really big, and his point total starts going down, his minutes start going down, his assists, everything goes down, then yeah, then it could be a good trade. But if he does that after like age, I don't know, 35, nah, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck, bro? He's got another 10 years in his prime.
Your head around the deal a team would have to offer in exchange for Nikola Jokic, or what the Bucks would get in return for Giannis. Here's a hint, there isn't one, because they would never trade them away. The deal doesn't exist. Tim McMahon of ESPN reported that Dallas had 2 major concerns in regards of Luka's future with the franchise.
It was too fat.
The first one being his massive $345 million 5-year extension.
I'm sorry, but if he's not worth the fucking Supermax, who the fuck is? Who the fuck is? And I was in the sauna today, and they were talking about, they're like, oh, they didn't want to pay him that Supermax because they wanted to relocate that money towards possibly opening a stadium in Vegas. I was like, I don't think you can reallocate extra money on the salary cap like that. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But still, like, who the fuck is worth that Supermax if it's not Luka?
Which he would have been eligible for this summer, and the second concern being his health and conditioning. In other words, the man was out of shape. So let me get this straight. The Dallas Mavericks just traded away the best player of a generation, the future of their franchise, and the man that just got them to the finals on one leg because he put on a few pounds. For fuck's sake, Zion Williamson ate his way into load management, and he has spent the last 6 seasons in and out of rehab, and the Pelicans are still sticking by him. Now, Zion didn't deserve that stray. Seems like a nice guy. I wish him the best. But you get the point. We are now over a decade into the process, and the Sixers have yet to move on from Embiid. It's one thing for a franchise player to want out, to sign with another team if they aren't happy, and the opportunity
Embiid's played more games, or no, he's missed more games than he's played. I think that's a real stat, bro.
Presents itself, but for a franchise to pull the trigger
Just
and
wild.
get rid of a megastar in
Greg
his
Oden.
prime because of constant conditioning issues is criminal. There's really no precedent or great comparison for a trade like this, because in the past, even when teams did trade a superstar, there was context behind those trades that at least made it seem justifiable. Either the star was exiting their prime and the team was trying to salvage some value before they inevitably left.
Bro, we low key could be the Nets when they had KG and fucking Paul Pierce and was it Jason Terry on that team too? Man, what a travesty, bro. That team was fucking ass. Like, we could be that, man. We have two of our superstars are injury prone, 32 years old, gonna be 33. Like, they're exiting the prime right now. And they already have injury issues. Like, Kyrie should be good because I think he got like his shit figured out and everything. But shit, AD, man, and AD usually be playing his best game at the beginning of the season, which I don't really, I need a dog in the playoffs, and that's what fucking Luka is. And plus, Luka, the reason I don't think Luka's gonna get like out of shape and like age like Shaq. He's playing, like, once he's done with the NBA, he's still playing with other teams. He's playing with the national team. He be balling, bro. Like, this guy be hooping like Ginobili, man, but at LeBron's level.
Or despite how good the star was, the team wasn't finding much postseason.
And last season, he also played pretty good defense in the fucking playoffs. Minus the finals. The finals, he was fucked up. He was really beat up.
Success and wanted to go in a different direction. Or the star was bound to leave anyways, made it known, and the team had no leverage, so they were essentially forced into the trade. This deal between the Mavs and the Lakers has none of those elements involved. Luka didn't request a trade. He's 25 years old in his prime, and the Mavericks championship window just opened up. Now, as a Blazers fan, I am painfully aware of how hard it is to get your hands on a true franchise player. Painfully aware. In our team's entire 55-year existence, we've had 3. The first one got hurt. The second one was incredible. The potential third one got hurt. And the actual third one was also incredible. That's about one superstar every 20 years. What does the lackluster history of my team have to do with this trade? Well, because the Mavericks should know a thing or two about keeping their hands on a generational talent. Because in their franchise's history, they've only had 2 of them, Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. The first one spent his entire 21-year career in Dallas, facing ups and downs and winning arguably the heaviest and most challenging championship of our lifetime.
By far, I just got fucking chills, man. By far the most meaningful championship ever. And on top of that, it's not just like it's hard to find superstars in the draft. It's hard to get fucking free agents here. For the longest time, I remember after we won the championship, we were always in conversations to get a star and free agency in it, and we always would fall short. Always, man. It fucking annoyed the shit
And the
out of me.
second one, they traded away for AD in a box of scraps after just 6.5 seasons of a promising career. And as every fan of a non-major market team knows all too well, generational talents only come along once in a generation. The Mavericks aren't some hotspot for superstar talent. They don't get real chances to win it all often. Just 3 trips to the finals in 45 years. One of those trips at the hands of the guy who they just sent packing. They cannot afford to roll the dice and hope for greener pastures like some other teams can. You are not the Lakers. You get a player like Luka and you lock that man in and throw away the key. What are we doing? It could be another 20 years before a player of Luka's caliber puts on a Mavericks jersey. And the team traded him away because he was mildly...
I will be, like, to be fair, I don't like that because, like, Kyrie and AD's already a champion. Kyrie's a champion. Luka's not a champion, and I get it. Like, when you compare like individual stack, he's putting up. Well, he's got like he's got what, like 4 or 5 first player NBA. So like, he obviously has the fucking individual stats and stuff like that, and like, I'm fucking pissed off, but like, I'm not trying to like, that just feels like it's sliding Kyrie, because Kyrie, I think, is gonna go down as one of the greatest point guards of all time. And if he can win a chip, bro, if he can win a chip with this squad, he probably will go down in that category. Because like, let's be real, he's never been Batman. And the issue I have with the fucking team we have right now is we don't have a Batman. We have some of the greatest Robins to ever fucking live. We have AD with LeBron in the bubble. We got probably the best Batman ever to live in the NBA. Klay fucking Thompson with the 4 rings himself, the Splash Bro himself, the fucking assassin. What would he drop, like 40 points, 50 points, 60 points? I can't remember what it was, like 3 dribbles, 4 dribbles. And then obviously you got Kyrie, and has probably the greatest championship ever, at least comeback ever. So yeah, it's someone's gonna have to step up, and I think it's gonna have to be Kyrie, because obviously Klay's up there in age. He's not the same Klay he was, but he's gonna get a lot more touches now, that's for sure.
Out of shape. It makes me sick. This is coming from a desperate man who's got 18 years left before I see another Dame. Which brings us to their second concern. Again, according to sources, the Mavericks were not keen on giving Luka an extension that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. But if the third best player in the world who gets better in the playoffs is a perennial MVP candidate who's hitting his prime,
who's a perimeter scorer. And it's not like he's like, you know, falling on the ground 24/7 from like, you know, driving to the paint hard as fucking like LeBron James or something like that. Obviously LeBron's got fucking the Iron Man syndrome where he doesn't ever get hurt. But he bro, his game is finesse. It's like kind of a quarterback, you know, a pocket passer, will you, versus like a running quarterback in a way.
Worth paying, then who the hell is? Dallas said that this was a win now trade. An oxymoron of a statement considering who they just traded and where he just got them last season. But superstars win championships. Superstars also cost a lot of money. And if you're not willing to empty your pockets...
Also, Kyrie's in his fucking last year in his contract. I feel bad for Klay. Klay just signed to come here and play with Luka.
How committed are you to actually winning? In what world has being cheap ever won a team a title? It just seems completely counterintuitive to what they're trying to accomplish. Now, the implications of this trade for the Lakers are just as drastic, but for entirely different reasons. For starters, this will be the first time in LeBron's entire career, youth, high school, NBA,
that he's not the best player on the court or on his team.
A lifetime of basketball where he won't be the best player on his team, which is already a huge adjustment for him and the team as a whole, but specifically because Luka and LeBron essentially do the same exact thing.
And what's cool is hopefully Bronny blossoms as a player and can stay around in the league, but Bronny and Luka could be like best friends and they could play together a long time. And so you'd be like, oh, well, maybe LeBron retires soon, so how much mentoring can he do for Luka? Well, if he's playing with this fucking kid, probably still alive, you know? Yeah. So yeah, this is amazing for Luka, but it sucks for us.
Oversized on-ball floor generals with elite scoring abilities. In fact, they not only have the same skill set, they take on the exact same roles on the court. LeBron has always initiated the offense.
I love how his transition's way down compared to LeBron.
Even if it meant relegating point guards to other positions. And this usually worked in the past because no one did what LeBron could do nearly as good as he could do it. But now there's a guy who can do what LeBron can do, only better. So that means unless Luka and the Lakers are okay with him getting neutralized, LeBron will have to truly play off ball and within the flow of the offense for the first time in about 2 decades. 2 LeBrons on 1 team. Sounds great in theory, probably a bit redundant.
Nah, bro, it's gonna be amazing. All they gotta have is shooters that can knock down shots, because they're gonna have insane open shots, because you're gonna have an insane pass to LeBron. I can already fucking see the highlight you had of like Luka diving for the ball and fucking throwing it behind his head to fucking Kyrie, and then Kyrie throwing the oop at the last second, the defender barely grazing the ball, and then the slam dunk and the crowd goes wild. You're gonna see some shit that's fucking just different. Remember the pass that he had where he was in the corner, Luka, and he jumped up like he was gonna shoot, and then he fucking like double clutched like threw the ball like he was Patrick Mahomes or something. It was crazy, and I hate that motherfucking Kermit the Frog. Do not like him. I don't even know why I mentioned his fucking name. Fuck the Zebras, bro.
Which leads me to believe the Lakers are actually playing a longer game with this trade. Sources report that the Mavericks are the ones that approached LA with this trade, and despite the Lakers playing fairly well as of late, I think they knew their chances of winning another title with the LeBron AD duo was getting slim. So with the option of trading away key pieces in tripling down on a 40-year-old LeBron to carry them to the promised land, or trade for a megastar that just showed up on their doorstep 5 minutes ago, they couldn't book AD's flight to Dallas quick enough, which makes me think this move was the first step into the post-LeBron era in Los Angeles. As we all know, LeBron will more than likely retire within a season or two, and the Lakers needed a new face for their franchise, and they just got it. Inexplicably, miraculously, in the most Lakers way imaginable. I always wondered what LeBron's final years would look like, how he would go out, who would be around him, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would be playing second fiddle to Luka Doncic in a Lakers jersey. All in all,
Never.
it seems like the Mavericks won this trade, if you zoom way in and look at this in an 18-month window. But zoom out, and the Lakers are looking around asking themselves how they just pulled off a bank heist. With AD, the Mavericks lineup looks good.
Bro, PJ be balling too, man. It does look nice. And then you got Lively off the bench. Oof. Exum's nice, man. Christie was a starter. That's interesting. We traded away Grimes, man. Grimes was cold as fuck. He wasn't cold as fuck, but I liked him. He was nice. At least we still have Hardy. We have some young talent for sure. They better not trade away motherfucking Lively. That's all I gotta say. Unless you get like Katie or something.
A winning formula, but the Lakers
even
got
then,
Luka
fuck that.
Doncic.
We need some
And in
youth.
20 years,
We ain't got no draft
fans
picks.
will look back and wonder how one of the greatest
Well, we got
players
one.
of all time in his prime was traded away on a random Saturday night.
I was driving home from the bar. That shit fucked up my whole vibe. Whole vibe. Sober as fuck though. Sober as fuck. Your boy was the DD. So I soberly was depressed. Trade was so crazy that Jimmy posted after 4 days instead of 1 month. Yeah, the JFK assassination is the second worst thing to happen in Dallas. Bro, they treat that man like that. It really feels like like the vibe I have. It feels like a family member died, bro. It's so weird, bro. Luka would have stayed loyal to the Mavs his entire career. Insane trade. I just don't like, man, fuck, I can't get over the whole situation with the front office. Like, I want the motherfucker gone, bro. I want him gone. Get rid of that motherfucker. Nico, fuck Nico, bro. This shit's, I can't stand the moves you making, man. I can't. And I think the only way you can redeem it is, one, Luka doesn't go off and win fucking a lot of chips in LA land. And then two, most importantly, we win a fucking championship. But I think there's going to be a lot of fans out there that even if we win a championship this year, we're not going to care. We're not going to care. Which is unfortunate. Which, LeBron is a free agent, so he could technically come here. Which, having AD, LeBron, or and Kyrie, or having Kevin Durant, that'd be, whew. Bro, if we can get another superstar, I'll be happy. And keeping Clay too, I don't know how that would work in the, with the cap, but shit, I'll be happy camping then. The fact that you cannot recreate this trade in 2K because of how much valuable the asset Luka is to the Mavs goes to show you how crazy this trade is. Yeah, you got to turn on the cheats to get that trade to go through. You got to turn off everything, all the trade logic. That's what Rob Pelinka did to my man Nico, or he's not my man. Fuck that man. I felt like Paul Reverse and Revolutionary War telling the homies about this shit. Oh my god. This is I hate this video, but it was very well put together. I've never watched a video by this guy. I'm gonna hit the subscribe button. I think you should too. And also, if you enjoy this reaction, you should hit the subscribe button on mine. Let's get to 1K, baby. My name's Trey Swish. Thank you for watching the Ether. Hit that sub button to join the Ether. Become an Etherite. Where you could recommend better names than that. I guess that's all I can think of right now. Etherite. And yeah, comment down below your thoughts on this whole situation. And yeah, like the video, help it push it out to more people, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.